Okay, so this is a little tune that I wrote called Country to Feel Tune. And it's based on 3 chords, and those chords are A, D, and E. And it's a 16-bar tune. And what I'm doing is playing an A chord for the first 4 bars. But I'm jumping the bass line from an A to an E on beat 1 and beat 3. So if I just played the bass line, it would sound like this. Right, so all I'm doing there is playing an A, open 5th string, and then what I'm doing on beat 2 and beat 2 and is playing the rest of the A chord. So I'll go open A, and then on beat 2 and 2 and I'll play down up for the rest of the A chord. And I also have a bit of a swing feel on this, which means I guess the up is a little bit later. Then on bar 4 at the very end, I'm walking up to my D chord. So I'll play fret 2 and fret 4 on the 5th string, which leads me to my D. Now I do the same thing with the D chord. So I play open 4th string, and then I go down up on my D chord on beat 2 and beat 2 and. Then I'm jumping down to a low A. Right, and I only do this for 2 bars, and then I'm sort of walking back down 4, 2, back to my A chord. Then I lead into my E chord with 4, 2 on the E string. But before we do that, let's run over exactly what we have so far. So this is the first 8 bars. Right, now my E chord, I have an E in the bass. I can't go any lower than that. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the B, instead of doing a B lower, I'm taking it up the octave. I'm playing 2nd fret on the A string. So with my E chord, I'm playing a low E, and then I'm playing these 4 strings. And I do that as my down up on beat 2 and beat 4 and. So 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So I do that for 3 bars, and then on bar 4, 2, 4 on the E string, which leads me back to my A chord. Now I just do that for 2 bars, so 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Then I go to my D chord for half a bar, my E chord for half a bar, and then I finish on beat 1 on an A, and then beat 2, open, beat 3 and 4 is 2, 4. So the last bar, which leads me back to the top. Now, there's heaps of variations you can do on this. I just wrote this to kind of get somebody used to doing this country to feel, where you're sort of jumping the bass note. Instead of just playing an A all the time, you're jumping lower down to an E. So you're sort of incorporating the role of the bass guitar or your bass instrument into one instrument, into the guitar. Instead of just playing an A, makes it a bit more interesting. makes it sound like it's moving somewhere, but really the chord is staying the same. You're just jumping from 1 to 5, 1 to 5 in terms of the bass. Cool. So look, I hope that helps.